Well, hello folks, and welcome to the Crusader Kings 2 award ceremony. An idea suggested to me by member 171717JZ over on my forums. Thank you very much. He came up with the idea for this award ceremony and also came up with the categories and nominations. And it was an idea I took to straight away. I thought it would provide it with an excellent way to look back with fond memories on the best bits and the best characters of the LP, as a way to provide a little bit of an epilogue and to provide some closure to the campaign as a whole. Now, it has come a little bit later than I anticipated. It took me far longer to compile all the various clips than I had hoped, but a little bit of time has passed since the end of the LP, and hopefully now that this has come out it will just sort of refresh your memories about what happened and provide that extra bit of closure. We will be returning next year with Season 2, so look forward to that. But for now, sit back, relax and enjoy reminiscing about the CK2 LP and its characters. Enjoy. Speaking of William, he's got a son, and he's called his eldest son William as well. We have William, who's just had his first child, who is called William. Let's take a look at him. He's a bit slow. That's unfortunate. He's a bit of a simpleton. William Fleming, now of legal age, became a mastermind theologian. So a strange union here between a princess of a long land far away marrying my slow grandson. Bless his heart. Bit of a dunce.
William the Slow. I could give him a title, but then he's a dunce, so we won't bother doing that. And William the Slow has had his... is it his first child? Yes, it is. Gerard Fleming. Oh, my nephew, or my kinsman. What is this? William the Slow has plotted to have me killed? Don't be foolish. How can this imbecile plot against me? Surely this is a joke. Anyway, first of all, we're going to imprison this idiot for trying to plot against me. It looks like William's stupidity and slowness was his undoing. Because you've got to be utterly stupid to try and plot against me. Now Duke George II is in power, he doesn't have a negative opinion of William, and therefore he is going to show him a little bit of mercy. Why? Well, he's a charitable kind of guy. He's kind, he's forgiving, he's willing to give people a second chance. And therefore William the Slow is going to be released from prison. Right, first of all we're going to appoint William the Slow. Why not? Look at that, bless him. Started life as a slow child. He's still slow. He's still slow indeed. But imprisoned, about to be executed. He could hear the Grim Reaper approaching, only a matter of days away, and then just like that, fate plays its card, and he now finds himself as court chaplain. This is probably his lifetime ambition. Oops-a-daisy, and we've lost William Fleming. William the Slow finally passes, no longer court chaplain.
Obviously like lustful either. He's a churchman and hates the fact that we sleep around and have caused ultimate embarrassment to my wife. And this is the first bastard child of that relationship. Princess Sophia of Hungary gets to name the children. These are bastard children, and these children no doubt may cause some problems in the future. But we will acknowledge him as ours. There's no point of us lying. And I don't think he wants to displease Lady Sophia, because although she is a little bit of a fling, I think maybe George might be getting a few feelings for her. So we're going to acknowledge him as ours. How's my hunchback doing? Not very well. Just how we like it. Bastard children are evil! Then we've got, of course, our bastard child, yes. How's he coming along? Being tutored by his mother, he's a hunchback, a bastard, he's just greedy as well. Well, destined for great things, I see. Oh. Ah. A detached priest. Yes. Bella Georgefie, our bastard child. Well, well, well. Finally come of age, you little hunchback. You little hunchback bastard. Ah, what's this? Yes. Bella, my child. It was an honour and a privilege knowing you. Goodbye. Bella, Bella, Bella. How's it going? You're married? Let's have a look. This is his wife. Countess Elizaveta. She doesn't like him, and she doesn't like her. Well, whatever. He doesn't like her, and she doesn't like him. Marriage made in heaven. What was that about him looking out for his son's interests? He couldn't even pick him a decent wife. They despise each other. Bella Fleming. Has become Marshal. Oh, my son. Yes, my bastard child has become Marshal for his wife. Oh, my half-brother, George's bastard child, Bella, dies at age 50. Wow, 51. It's amazing how time flies. 51. He wasn't exactly a spring chicken, but anyway, he had 5 children. His wife, still alive at 51 too. She is still the Countess of Bryansk. It's looking like it's going to fail miserably, and we have ourselves another son. And I don't like that name, so I look to my list. I like Zachariah. Yes, I do. So Zachariah Fleming, welcome to our family. Now we get another son coming of age. Brilliant strategist. I think, was he trained by King William the Conqueror? So just like last time, we shall press our claims in Desmond here, enforce the demands. We shall then gift Desmond to our son Zachariah. There we go. What's this here? My liege! I write to you with shocking news. Count Zachariah of Desmond, my son, tried to have my spymaster assassinated? To make sure I wouldn't discover a plot, or his plot, to kill Duke Ooh! Well, isn't that a turn up for the books? Zacharias tried to plot to kill his own brother? The plot is revealed. What kind of foolishness is this? Zachariah, that's my brother, of course, cut the throat of one of my servants when the clumsy man spilled wine over his garb himself. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is getting hairy here. This is getting rather hairy. There's no way I can turn a blind eye to this, surely. So, for the first time in the history of House Fleming, we're going to have to imprison one of our own family members. Didn't want to do it, but you drove me to it, my friend. Success. Count Zachariah is now safely locked away in my dungeon, awaiting his fate. Excellent news indeed. Duke Ambrose is about to quit with this dithering and soft side and harden up.
Now is the time for him to make an impression. So, we are going to banish. But that is the price that one must pay for plotting against the leader of the family. So, goodbye.
Eldest being George, heir to the Duchy of Normandy. He has himself had now 2 children, George and Bohemond. Strange name. Let's have a look at this child. How does he fare? He has a lisp. Not the most tragic of occurrences. Not been like a dwarf or something really bad. Hunchback maybe. Far worse traits to have.
So Bohemond becomes Count of Evro. Don't know when that happened. It can't have been that long ago. No, 1138. Only just happened. Say, we are charitable and we have been a soft touch. But to each and every one of those dogs that dare to rise up against us in this rebellion, if we do win this and imprison them, they will suffer the consequences. They will rot in prison, and they will have their titles revoked. So Gotzello, and who else is there? My son, Torf, Gotzello, and there's one more, Bohemond. You better pray you win this, because if not, you're going to end up imprisoned, rotting in a cell for many years, and titleless. I hope it was worth it, boys. Oh! Oh no! Oh, suspicious accident. Remember his lackadaisical attitude when it came to the plot? Well, I think we've just seen what happens when you don't quell plots. Our heir to the throne has died in a suspicious accident, and woof, there goes his weak claim on England with it. So this is one of the first times that our heir to the throne has died before his father, which means, holy cow, who's going to be second in line? He had no sons. Isn't the heir to the throne now going to be Bohemond? Yes, it is. The very Bohemond who's currently in a war against us? That's the fella indeed. What a sticky situation. If you think he is going to take my title away from me when I die, you've got another thing coming.
Let me pause it. Let me pause it. Let me pause it and see. Who rules in England? We have it. The first English ruler. King Bohemond of England. A Fleming ruler. Please don't tell me the king sat on his throne while this is all happening, is he? He must be in the battlefield. No, he's not. Come on, you stupid man. You need to be in the field inspiring your troops, showing the people that you mean business, not sat on your throne watching from afar. Haven't I taught you anything? Okay. Uh-oh. My slothfulness gets me into trouble with my liege king, and claims I do not do a good enough job as a chancellor. Are you having a laugh? You cheeky beggar. Not slothful, man. Oh. That's a real... Oh, he let me off. I should think so! Look what I'm doing for you, you stupid, spoiled brat. She's 13. She's not actually too shabby in terms of stats. Decent diplomacy. She's attractive, gregarious, ambitious, proud, zealous. She also has a strong claim on the Duchy of Normandy. A prime wife, I feel, for my heir. Do you not think? not only do we get an alliance with the Duke of Normandy, which is very useful when they get married, but also, if the Duke of Normandy passes away before he has any children, she becomes Duchess, which means that any of our children get the Duchy of Normandy title, which means I could potentially be in control of the Duchy of Normandy. Of course, he has to die, which means we might have to pray that he becomes ill, or we could even try and assassinate him. How is this fella doing? Is he ill? Is he dying? Is he going to drop dead anytime soon, so we can take Normandy for our own in the future? Now, if he would just fall down some slippery steps, it would be perfect. Somebody kill this kid. Can't believe you can see it. If this Crusader... Oh! Duke George of Cornwall has succeeded, although it wasn't him personally behind the decision, but yes, we have succeeded. House Fleming has succeeded in ensuring that poor Duke Baldwin took a nasty fall from the top of a castle parapet. How very clumsy. Steps? He's sturdy on steps. Castle parapets? Not so sturdy. Quick and painless. Oh well, that makes us feel a whole lot better about ourselves. Chicken for lunch today, I think. How grotesque. He killed himself. I think the utter shame of he ruled for less than a month and he already faces this onslaught here. I think it was just too much for him to bear, and he probably ended his own life, to be honest with you, which leaves his poor little child in charge of a mighty kingdom whilst it falls around his ears. He's going to be imprisoned now if he loses, which is a little bit harsh because he's not really done anything wrong. Is he still imprisoned? Yeah, I told you, this poor little fella who's done nothing wrong other than inherited a title that at the time he probably wouldn't have wanted, is now finds himself in the prison of the current Duke Odo, still in prison. Looks as if the king is using him as some sort of trophy. Some sort of a stark reminder. Screw with me. Face a life behind bars. I won't kill you or ransom you. I'll just let you rot in the dark, damp squalor of my dungeon.
Because if he dies, look who's going to come to power. Duke Odo will come to power, and he's been imprisoned for how many years now? Too many to count. He's been held by King Richard for so long, and look at his stats. Absolutely so rubbish. And yeah, if he comes to power, wow, England will be in a world of trouble. We need our vassals to like us, and oh boy, we've hit a bit of a trouble spot now. King Odo, imprisoned for so many years. As a result, has suffered such dreadful stats, has now come to power. What the hell happened here? Whoa! What the hell? That has to be the first time I've seen this happen so soon. King Odo died in the battle against Prince Robert of England. So that put an end to that war pretty swiftly, did it not? Which means the current king is going to be Odo's twin brother Robert. Mitrofan, here he is. Now, currently he won't come to my court. Big fat whopping no. But if we gift him 20 gold pieces, that will increase his opinion by 58, and he will come. So as soon as he comes to us, we will put him as our Chancellor and start fabricating claims on Brittany. I tell you, Mitrofan, I tell you this. You fabricate me a claim on Brittany, and I will give you one of the lands as a count, as a reward. Don't let me down, man. Don't let me down. Chancellor Mitrofan, who we tasked to fabricate a claim on the entire duchy of Brittany, did fabricate a claim on the entire duchy of Brittany. What did I promise if I was to capture Brittany in one foul swoop? I was going to honour the man that made it possible. Mitrovan, my Chancellor, you have been an utter boon to my council. Take your leave and your retirement. I'm going to give you the county of Reims. Off you go, my friend. Enjoy your retirement.
What's this I spy? Betrothed can marry. Is this my heir? Ambrose Fleming, married to Hermione. I'm gonna call her Hermione just because it's like Harry Potter. I don't care how it's pronounced. I'm calling her Hermione. Okay. Let's have a look at her stats. 19 martial. Wow! Combine her martial with my martial and the martial ability of my councillor. And state marshal under this guy's rule is going to be through the bloody roof. Ambrose, our future ruler, if he doesn't die or anything else nasty happen, has now moved courts. The plot has been successful, and his wife is now Duchess of Normandy. So their children are going to be future Dukes or Duchesses of Normandy. I think this time we're going to go further afield and just see if the Duchess of Normandy will offer her help here. Maybe. Let's see. Normally we go further afield, we go close to home, but let's just see if the Duchess of Normandy will offer us aid here. Just test the waters. Hopefully my son Ambrose will twist her arm. Lovely. Ooh, everyone's joining the Prince Richard for England faction here. Duchess Hermione, Count Drogo of Derby, and he's already pressed it. He has already pressed the claim. Oh, we've got Prince Henry now. Oh, I told you what's going to happen here. It's just going to go all higgledy-piggledy. Okay, so we've asked our daughter-in-law for a second time to aid us in war. She's just thinking about it, and she says, of course I will help you, dear father-in-law. It will be an honour and a privilege. Another? King Richard I of England. She is having an affair with King Richard I of England. It all makes sense why she was so hasty to try and put him on the flaming throne. The damn harlot. For some reason we have some kind of a war going on in Normandy, which does trouble us slightly. We do have invested interest here, of course, with our grandson being heir to the throne. So she's defending, or she's rather attacking Count Adam of Evro because she wants to revoke Evro. A little bit of a tyrannical leader, perhaps? Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Zealous, kind, arbitrary, ambitious, you see. That's the trouble right there. Ambitious. England. King Richard I of England waged war on the entirety of France to claim Vexin on behalf of his lover, Duchess Hermione of Normandy.
Oh boy! Duchess Hermione wants independence from England. Wow, that could have massive implications for our future rulers. This could have and she is the most prominent duke, or duchess in her case, in England. She is the strongest of all of us. She has the most troops at her disposal, so that's quite quite a card she's pulling here. Under pressure from the powerful independence faction, Normandy becomes independent. Whoa, wow. What's going on here? She claimed her independence from the king, and now she's assisting him in this war? What is she playing at? Is my mother gone mad? Has she gone senile in her old age?
Speaking of the king, I just want to quickly go through, obviously he is the King of England, he's a Norman, he's the House de Normandy, this is the king's army of King William, yeah. The king himself is leading this attack. He is greatly besmirched at the cheek of Duke Morcar I, trying to claim independence, and he's going to make sure that he suffers big style. And, as suspected, Count Radulf of Norfolk has been defeated and imprisoned, ending the war and bringing peace back to English shores. The reason why George wanted to name his eldest child William is in ode to the king, as another way to show his appreciation for all that the king has done for him. So I named my child after the King of England, William. Ah, he's creating duchies now. He's created the Duchy of Bedford, so there aren't any dukes in England at this moment in time. I think, in fact, there's only one, and that was Duke William of Normandy. He's now beginning to create some titles. So, oh, mighty King William the Conqueror, creator of God knows what. A few duchies here or there. Will you tutor my child? My eldest, my firstborn, my most precious of children? Of course he will. So King William the Conqueror living up to his namesake and conquering more land for the good of England. Under his reign, soon we will have these two. We've got these added to the list. It's not a bad reign, if you ask me. Not a bad reign at all. Right. Ah, King William the Conqueror has usurped the title County of Cumberland from the Duke Dolphin of Northumberland. So there we go. Oh, just a second. Something has happened that I thought might happen. The king has created the Duchy of Cornwall, and with it, I can now maybe start to petition the king to be crafted as duke. Oh. Yes! Your words ring true. You have been a great servant to England, and now I honour you with the title of Duke of Cornwall. Yes! There we go. The war's over, and Earl Domnall has accepted King William the Conqueror's peace offer. Let's have a look at the King William the Conqueror here. How is he doing? He's getting old now, 66 years old, 66 relations, still got a high opinion of me. He holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counties, 2 duchies and a kingdom. Most of his children are dying before him. He's living a long, fulfilling life. As I've already stated, he's done a lot for this country. He ruled with an iron fist. I think a noble and fair ruler, to be honest with you. I didn't see any sort of tyrannical acts. It's going to be a hard act to follow, and in fact when he does die, as I said in previous updates, there's going to be hell. Oh no! I told you it was going to happen in this set of updates, I just knew it. The king has died, a maimed cripple. Oh my god. Oh, look at that, he's had a son. And he's named him George, after his father. You do me a great honour, son. You do me a great honour. So, Ambrose, of course we have George. Look at his diplomacy, very good indeed. Oh, thank you. Attractive, patience, a bit slothful, it's not the greatest. but charitable, ambitious, which is another good one to have. Gregarious and gluttonous, not so good. But yes, we're happy. We're happy with this.
So, we have a new ruler. All hail Duke George II. It's what Duke George wants. He's a patient, well, he's patient. He's going to be a patient man here, and just see if we can fabricate a claim on the entire duchy. He wants to take it in one swoop. If he's known for one thing during his reign, he wants it to be this: the swift capture of an entire duchy. And not just any old duchy, it's a duchy of some renown. You know, it's 6 counties. What better way to enhance your status than to be both gluttonous and a drunkard? That is now our new capital city. For the first time in the Fleming history, Cornwall is no longer our capital. Well, Duke George decided to take the slothful approach, and he decided to let them sort it out themselves. The current plot only has one backer. The plot power surely can't be that high, so he's just taking a slight chance in allowing this plot to basically to go ahead. Well, I think we've just seen what happens when you don't quell plots. And, ooh, I've been granted the title of Seneschal. So, being slothful, lazy, a drunk and a glutton has its perks, it seems. I'm getting all these honourable titles bestowed upon me. You have upset the You have upset the delicate balance of power in the realm, Duke George II. Relinquish control of the Duchy of Normandy to one of your vassals for the good of all, lest my confederates and I accomplish the same through force of arms. Never! Duchy of Normandy, and make it our primary title. So Duke George II of Cornwall is now Duke George I of Normandy. He's a drunkard. Maybe he had had too many wines on that particular day, didn't read the small print, and look what's happened as a result. Vexing is no longer ours. Another misstep in the reign of Duke George I of Normandy. One of many, I feel. Hopefully, though, in a few years to come, he might eventually get a grip. Somebody else has been excommunicated, and with that victory, we can push it. We can push our demands, and he has to accept. They are utterly beaten. Say hello to the new Duke of Normandy.
I would expect no less from a king. War it is, my friend. War it is. And off we go. The Normandy war to press Bohemond onto England's throne begins. This could be the start of something. And apparently with my great martial ability I have rounded up and executed some robber bands that were plaguing Cornwall. Is it just me, or the older this man gets, the more able he's becoming? Yes, he's still a drunkard, gluttonous, slothful man, but he's achieving quite a bit on behalf of the Fleming dynasty. So one part of being charitable is to harbour the homeless. Several villages have been destroyed in a storm, and the peasants need somewhere to live. Let them stay in one of my castles? Yes. Why not? I'm telling you, this guy... People will be singing tales of his kindness, his generosity, personally chasing off robbers, opening his castle doors to the poor and homeless, capturing land, imposing kings in the Fleming name. God, how he's turned around his act. Oh! I don't know if this has already happened sooner, but I've only just seen it. I've only just seen it. Here we go. Here we go, folks. Is this history in the making? King Adam, the English king, popularly known as the Unready. Don't know why, he's been pretty good, but we're going to enforce our demands. And we are going to usurp his crown. Boof! So what we are going to focus on until its completion, or until I die, whichever comes first, I'm going to focus on assisting my son in quashing this little uprising here, and thus hopefully preventing the Crown Authority from being lowered any further. But look at this. Unfortunate accident here. Whilst escaping the prison, set aflame. How on earth did that happen? I have not a clue. I don't know. Must have slipped him some oil and a torch fell off the wall onto him. A rather unfortunate turn of events for the former King of England. But suffice to say, he's out of my son's hair. Even my son is oblivious to this little scheme. Sentence commuted. Goodbye, Adam. Your reign was, well, not bad. Yes! Good riddance! But as I thought, the plot still continues. He fell to the ground like a piece of rotten fruit, where the balcony railing gave way. Another tragic accident, like father, like son. Clumsiness runs in the genes, I hear. A famous writer proposes to compose your family chronicles. Well, how fitting. Our family chronicles should... our family should be chronicled, rather. It's been an epic time. It would be a great book. Of course I give him patronage. The Big 7-0. Celebrations to be had for all involved. Streamers and big feasts and jousting tournaments, archery, hunting, the whole shebangs. For Duke George's Big 7-0. And still leading troops, eh? God bless him. He's been an inspiration to all that is Fleming. Ah! And voila! It looks like our friend met a sticky situation when he got his toe caught in the plug. And managed to slip under. Maybe he fell asleep in the bath. Yes, it's a dangerous thing, drinking and bathing oneself. It is indeed. Drowned in his bathtub. It's a pity when that happens. Oh, what do you know? Duke Hugh of Somerset, blown to smithereens. A manure explosion. I always thought he was full of, you know. Takes a little while. Oh! Oh, man! No! Out of all the dukes that I have had,